Man, I took the fight on a 2 week notice, so I'm gonna go out there looking for a finish early. So it's gonna be fireworks from the jump. So just be expecting a finish, a dog fight if it has to be. But I'm looking to get the guy out of there pretty quick.
From MMA Island. Christopher Santiago with MMA Island. Today I'm talking to a semifinalist from season 24 of The Ultimate Fighter, a UFC veteran, and Eric Showtime Shelton, ahead of his upcoming fight in LFA. Eric, how's it going today, man?
Doing good, man. How about yourself?
Pretty good, man. So, obviously, you were scheduled to fight Manny Martinez in Pure UFC. Now it's LFA. I guess was it kind of frustrating to have that fight fall through? And how's everything been going right now?
Yeah, man, it was tough because I was excited for that fight. It's gonna be a stand-up brawl, and it's something I know UFC is looking for. So it was a fight that I was excited for. But the thing is, everything's in God's plan. So then this fight opened up, the LFA fight. So and I feel like it's even a better matchup for me as far as getting the W. So I'm excited, man. It's a great matchup. It's a great promotion. So everything's working out.
Awesome, man. And, it's great to see you like on a five-fight win streak. I feel like you're really finding yourself at this point of your career. I guess what do you credit that success to? Is there something different in the water at your gym, or what's been going on, man?
No, man, just finding myself. These last few years have been really tough for me. I've lost both my grandmothers. Lost a brother over the last few years, so it's been a tough couple years. And getting out of UFC and everything, I just had to find myself and fight back. And I've been using MMA for it. It's been helping me a lot. With mental health and stuff like that. So just fighting life and winning in the fights has been helping me. So that's all it's been. I feel like just focused on my building myself.
Are you still enjoying the journey at 34 years old, man? And like, has anything changed for you? I guess not just as a fighter, but as a person as well.
I mean, honestly, man, it's I'm falling in love with it again. I'm having fun with it. It's not so much a job anymore. I started back working, so now I have financials under taken care of, and then so it makes the fighting not so stressful because I've been putting everything into this for so many years, and with it not being in the UFC all these years, and having to pay for coaching or pay for training and stuff like that, it's tough to make it without everyday job. So I had to pick up a job, and I'm still, do my thing in the gym, and I'm enjoying it now. So yeah, I feel like I'm finding myself again, like I said, and building myself again as a fighter.
hmm And you fought some killers in the UFC and outside of it, man. Your next opponent is Shuya Kamikubo, 15-2. He's from Road to UFC from one championship. I guess, what do you make of this next opponent, man?
I mean, just like any of the other guys I fought, it's just another stepping stone for me, man. I'm just gonna go in there and fight my fight. I feel like stylistically, he just wants to wrestle, and I'm used to fighting wrestlers. I came out of Iowa, so I've trained a lot of great wrestlers. I can wrestle myself, so I feel like this is the fight that'll catapult me into hopefully the UFC. Six in a row, man. It's crazy that I wouldn't get the call, and three finishes right now. I'm on three finishes in a row too. So another finish would be the next step. I feel like I can match up with any of the guys in the UFC at my weight. So I'm hoping that that's what comes up.
hmm And your last few fights have been at bantamweight. Are you ever going to fight at flyweight again?
I mean, the in the UFC, I would for sure. I feel like it's a faster route to the title, and the money makes sense. Making that cut, it takes a lot more funds and stuff. So getting down there, it'd be worth the money in the UFC. But not regional scene. I'm gonna stick to 35.
hmm I guess right now, I've noticed in the UFC that they're signing a lot more veterans, like a lot more Bellator fighters, like Pitbull, they signed him at 37. Michael Venom Page, they
Yeah.
signed him at 36. Vanderford was at 34. Right now, you're at the 34. So, like, I feel like, does that kind of give you more hope towards, like, hey, they see me, like, I'm on their radar. I'm going to be on a six-fight win streak if I win this one. Does that give you more confidence ahead of this next fight?
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, I've always trusted my journey. I've trusted God this whole time, so I feel like, whatever's gonna play out is gonna happen. I do believe after, seeing those guys being signed, and I feel like they look good in there. They're still looking, hanging in with the young dogs. So I'm like, right now, I feel like I'm the best I've ever been. And, I feel mentally, strong. I feel physically stronger than I've ever been. So right now would be the time to make a run for the title if I was ever to do it. And, yeah, so I mean, hopefully this is what they see too. So I'm hoping this fight will just catapult me and they'll be like, okay, yeah, he's about that. I've been getting finishes after finishes against tough opponents. So hopefully they see that.
Mhm. I'd like to ask you about what happened with the GFL. Obviously, what happened to the fighters involved. I mean, you guys not being able to get booked, get fights. It's really unfortunate. I guess how frustrating was that for you to kind of have that fall through, man?
Man, it was tough, dude. It's as I was so excited for it, a new brand, new beginning it was like for me, but then that door shut, and it just was like kind of like wow. Because this is actually the second bigger promotion that I had signed with. I don't know if you've heard of Aries, like they opened up back in the day and then they shut down that. Now they're back open, but I signed with them originally as well, and it was good money as well. And then both of those two doors shut on me. So it was like, man, am I ever gonna catch a break? I felt like other fighters probably felt the same too. So it was just one of those things, man. You live and you learn, man. I'm just gonna keep pushing, keep fighting. If I, do what I got to do.
What do you make of the MMA scene right now? Because with the fall belts, where I feel like UFC and PFL, those are the only two major options. I guess what do you make of you know the landscape right now?
Yeah, it's a tough one, man. It's definitely a tough one. There's a lot of regional scenes, a lot of regional promotions that are great, but like I said, I feel like I've surpassed those. I got most of the titles in the regional scene, so I'm like, I I'm hoping for PFL or UFC, but like you said, there's only these two right here. I mean, I also see one FC out there, but like, yeah, man, our brands are getting it's shrinking on us, so it's slim picking out here.
Mhm. Do you feel like you need a finish in your next fight to really capitalize on getting to the UFC?
No, definitely, definitely. I think so. I mean, if not a finish, a dominant performance, something that stands out. But I'm looking for a highlight, man. I got to get another highlight reel finish, and try to make it exciting to bring me back. Give him something to talk about.
How do you look back on your UFC career and like I guess like do you have any regrets or anything that you would have done differently in your first stint?
Oh, 100%, man. Looking back, it kind of just like it flew by. It was like almost like a dream. It was like I blinked and it was over. It was so much stress going on in that time, man, for me. So it was like life was just going by and I didn't really embrace it. Next time when I make it back to the UFC, I'll definitely embrace it and be more in the moment and take the time to enjoy where I've made it. So the last go, I feel like I didn't do none of that. And it was just kind of blink and it was over.
Hmm. You did get your hand raised twice in the octagon, man. I guess is there like a favorite memory that you did have under the UFC banner?
I would say my favorite fighting Pantoja was pretty cool, man. Now knowing what he's done now, he was my first fight, so that was a tough fight having to dig deep in Colorado too at that elevation. That was that was an exciting fight, but I probably have to say, man, the UFC, like I said, man, it came and went. It's not too many things that I think about that really stand out. The Ultimate Fighter for me was probably the best part of the UFC that I remember.
Hmm. Yeah, what I mean, what a season. I mean, like the amount of champions that were on that season was pretty crazy. So it was really cool to see you kind of get a shot at Demetrius Johnson or work towards that. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess with Pantoja, man, I mean, you went to a split decision with him. Not that many people can say that because I mean
Yeah.
everybody's just getting strangled left and right by him. I guess what did you make of his last win over Kai Kara France, somebody that, you were on the show with on The Ultimate Fighter season 24. What was your reaction to him getting that submission?
I figured it would happen that way. I mean, Pantoja is going to run over most of those guys in that division. It's just, his grit and his dog fight that he's got. But like I said, man, I feel like me and him face again, and it's a whole different story. So I don't know, man. I'm just hoping to get my chance at him again. Feel like I can run through all those guys.
Yeah, and like I guess looking at your style too, I guess what kind of style works best against a guy like Pantoja? Because I feel like Joshua Van maybe might have a style because it's like a very sprawl and brawl kind of style. Is that how you
Mhm.
beat a guy like Pantoja?
Yeah, I mean, when I fought him the first time, I was initiating the takedowns. I was taking him down, holding him down. He did take my back a couple times, but I was having the more of the takedowns and to hold him down, making him work to get up. I can do it all. So I feel like I can go take it to the ground. I can stand up, but counter fighting Pantoja, I feel like would be the best bet. Like he comes forward a lot, just swinging and throwing. Countering him. That's how I was hitting him when I fought him, catching him with the counters. So I feel like Joshua Van's going to be a problem for him in that aspect because he has great counters and good boxing. So I think that's the road to victory to beat Pantoja is definitely counter fighting and mixing and wrestling with him.
Is that your dream fight, Pantoja, right now?
What was that?
Was that your dream fight, Pantoja?
Oh, definitely right now. Oh yeah, I have to get that one back.
Yeah, man. I feel like I have another question towards that. I guess, do you think Joshua, I mean, besides yourself, do you think Joshua Van has the best chance at beating him at flyweight right now?
To be honest, the way Joshua Van's been looking, I wouldn't have said it when he first got in the UFC, but now, seeing the way he's excelled and he's taken every fight and put it on him. So I'm like, the way he did Brandon Royval, just I think he had a good chance. I think he's got a real good chance. He's gonna young, hungry. It brings some light to the division as well. So I think it'd be a good thing to see.
For sure, man, for sure. And I know you're gonna bring it in your next fight, man. I guess what can the fans expect to see from you at LFA 215, man?
Man, I took the fight on a 2 week notice, so I'm gonna go out there looking for a finish early. So it's gonna be fireworks from the jump. So just be expecting a finish, a dog fight if it has to be. But I'm looking to get the guy out of there pretty quick.
Awesome, Eric. Well, I think that's all the questions I had for you, man. I just want to thank you again for the time. Is there anything that you want to say to the Showtime fans out there watching, man?
No, man, thanks guys. Thank you guys for staying with me this whole ride, man. It's just gonna keep getting better. I'm gonna keep working my way back to the top. I appreciate all you. I love all y'all. It's always showtime, baby. Let's go.